Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Said Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay guys, if you have time, please like this video, pass it on to somebody else who may like it, and drop us a message in the comment section, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's very interesting. The other day, a woman said to me that Aquarius seem to give more slack and chances and sometimes attention to their friends than they do their romantic interests. And she was wondering why the Aquarius is harder on their romantic interests than they are on their friends. And when she made the statement, I agreed with her 100%. Aquarius are very different between their friends and their lovers. And I'll give you a couple reasons why I, as an Aquarius, do this. And the other Aquarius can chime in and tell us if they do that as well. You can let us know in the comment section, are you like me and do you do any of these things for any of these reasons? So first and foremost, as an Aquarius, I know that most of my relationships are not going to last. That's the bottom line. As an Aquarius, I already know that most of my romantic relationships may not last. But my friendships, my platonic friendships, seem to last 15, 20. They usually last at least 10 years, and many of them are ongoing. One of my closest friends I've known for about 15 years now. My other close friend I've known for about 38 years. Another friend I've known for about 32 years. So most of my friends have longevity with me. My lovers do not. So if I'm keeping it honest with you and keeping it honest with myself, I know that the chances are not high that they're going to be around. And I know that my friends are more than likely going to be. So what does that do to me? Well, it really makes me take those friendships more seriously, to be honest with you. And until I commit to a person, seriously commit, because I've never really committed. I just kind of had one foot in and one foot out. So until I really seriously commit to someone, I don't see a reason why that should change. Why it's going to change, it's not going to change. So that's first and foremost, because these relationships are longer and more solid, you know, and like I said, I know how I am. Romantically speaking, I am more hard on my suitors. And I know the chances that I'm going to stay with one is just not as high as it is I'm going to rock with my homegirl from the block. You know, I'm going to rock with her regardless, you know. So those are some things that create that kind of energy. Another thing, I'm harder on my lovers because our interaction is different. I may potentially have children with this person. So I have to parent with them. I have to keep a home with them. You know, if we're going to be together and committed and married, that means a lot more than we just hang out at the bar every weekend. It's a lot more than just calling each other and supporting each other through a crisis that's happening. A relationship is day in, day out. You know, if I'm getting married or being, you know, in a long-term relationship, we're talking day in, day out, interactions between us, being in each other's lives, dealing with each other's families, you know, dealing with each other's issues. You know, all of this comes into play. And because it's so much more frequent and because it's so much more detrimental to my life, if my friend has an annoying parent or an annoying sibling, I don't really have to see them. One of my friends has one of the most diabolical Aquarius sisters. And I do everything I can do to dodge her. I do everything I can do not to see her. I've managed to ghost her for a couple of years now. I think it's been about 5 or 6 years. So I can ghost them. I could not see my friend's sister. But if that's my wife's sister, that's my wife's brother, that's my wife's mom, I'm not going to be able to dodge them as easily, because I'm going to dodge them. But I'm not going to be able to do it as easily. And it might cause problems in my relationship. Whereas my friend, no, I don't roll with her sister, and she don't care because I'm not her sister's friend. You see, my wife might take issue if I tell her, and she probably wouldn't be a wife at that point. But let's say I met someone and I really wasn't too keen on their family. That could be a reason that we don't have a relationship for either side. I could decide I don't want to mess with that, and she could decide that she doesn't want to be with me because I can't roll with her family. So I do judge relationships a lot more harshly because it's a blending of my life with their life. And friendships, even though they're close and they have longevity, like I've said, and I love my friends, it's not the same blending, the same combining of my life with theirs. So if my friend has issues, that's my friend's issues, and I help my friend work through their issues. If my wife has issues, those are issues in my house. So I am a lot more critical about my romantic relationships, whether or not somebody becomes a romantic relationship, and if I keep them in my life on that capacity. Both of those two things are a lot different. Yeah, it's a lot different. It is. I mean, it feels different even as I'm talking about it, because like I said, that person is combining themselves with me. It's a whole different ball of wax than just somebody I just kick it with. Even though the person I kick it with, to me, up until making a commitment, like I said, that's a serious relationship. A lot of them have lasted for decades. So it is a serious relationship. But remember, like I said before, once I made a commitment to someone, that relationship does take a lot more importance because we've combined at that point. So the relationship is important. I'm not going to say my friends are important and my lovers are not. Once I've made a commitment to a lover, that lover does become very important because they're combined with my life. So those two things are a huge reason why I'm different with my friends. I do let things slide. I did. I ain't doing this no more. In the past, I have allowed things to slide with friends that I would not have allowed to slide with a lover. Because yes, the friendships are stronger. Yes, it's more history. And also because if that friend does something, I can detach from that vibration. If my friend does something I don't like, I cannot see them for a couple of months and keep it pushing. If my wife does something I don't like, I got to see her in the next 5 minutes. Unless I'm off somewhere, but eventually I got to come back home. So that problem's always going to be in my home. You see, my friend lives somewhere else, So that's the thing about it, and a lot of Aquarius, when they sit down and think about it, they may have similar reasons or they might have different ones, but I am very hard on my suitors. And like I said before, it's a situation for me where I just feel like it's a really difficult decision too. It's hard to decide who to make a commitment to. It's easier to just pal around with people, I think friendships for Aquarius are just very easy. And you look at our sign, you read about us, it always talks about Aquarius and our friendships and the importance of our friendships and how we deal with our friendships. I think I go 20 rounds with my friends, but I don't go 20 rounds with a lover. I might go 2 or 3, and if I see something that I don't like, I back off. But if I see something I don't like with a friend, it's going to be different. Like I said, like for instance, if I talked about their company that they keep. If my friend is keeping bad company, I can go home. If my wife is keeping bad company, they're in my home. You see? So for me, it is very different. So Aquarius, please chime in and tell us what you guys think. All right, it's time for me to get going. So if you would like a reading done, please email me and I will give you an appointment. Likewise, if you would like to contact me, I'm all over social media. Please feel free to look under this video and find all the ways to contact me. If you would like to become one of my patrons on Patreon so you can peep the witch trials this week, please go to my Patreon page and sign up. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.